Hey guys, it's Drew here, and today I'm going where no man wants to go, the toilet. For a long time. When I've been flushing this toilet, the tank will flush and it'll only flush like 1.5 times, and then it takes forever to refill. And this hose was coming out very thin, and it was taking like 5 minutes to refill this tank, and it's supposed to refill in like 30 seconds. So the first thing I did was I shut off my water down here, unplugged the hose from the bottom of the toilet to just see if it could be a problem with the plumbing in my house. Thank goodness it's not. So when I sprayed this hose out, it came out full force. So I know through the process of elimination, thank goodness it's not the pipes in my wall where the toilet is. So the next obvious conclusion is that it's this device right here. Is the refiller floater thing. You know, if you've got an old toilet, it's actually got a big ball in here that floated as it would go with a bar. And these newer ones are a little different, and they seem to break just as easily. The old toilet things, you just bent the ball up or down, and that would determine how high the water would go. This is like a floater, but they tend to leak sometimes. So my theory is that there's some holes in this, and that it's, I live out in the county, and for years we had hard water until they updated the water. So I think that this device here filled up with some hard water. So we're gonna take that off, and I got a new one, and this is actually like 2 years old that I bought. So it's a toilet fill valve, and so yeah, so basically it's got all the instructions on here. It's not too hard to do, and you basically screw it in. There's a bolt on the bottom. Take a sponge and you can mop up all the water that's in here. Flush your toilet a couple times. It'll still, as you lift up, it'll get all the water out, and then take a sponge. Or you can do what I did and just get a bucket under here. So when you undo that, because it's going to actually make a hole, it's going to go right down there. So anyway, guys, those of you that are my subscribers know that I'm not a plumber, and not expecting this video to get many views. So you guys watching this as my subscribers, I appreciate it, because for some reason my car videos are the only ones that get a lot of attention. But I'm going to show you guys the finished product once I get the new one in, and hopefully it'll fix the problem. And like I said, it was just refilling very slow, and I'm not sure what exactly was causing it. So we'll figure it out. But also, if your toilet's leaking, for those of you who are not plumbers, it can be this little flipper thing there. Now, this package deal doesn't come with the flipper. You can buy the flipper separate. But if your toilet is constantly leaking, what's going on is this flipper is not properly aligned, and the seal around that might need to be redone. So you can rebuy just this light blue part there. You can buy new ones of those, and that should solve an issue if your toilet is just hissing all the time, filling up with water, wasting your water bill. That's the gasket seal on that has usually gone bad. In fact, I've actually had some where I've made the mistake of cleaning the toilet in here, this tank out with Clorox or Tilex, and it has melted the actual flapper thing there. So, okay, so on to it. We're gonna put the new one in, and like I said, there's billions of videos on how to do this on YouTube, so I'm just going to show you guys the finished product. But you basically undo the screws on both ends here, and you can see here it's got a thread on it. That thread goes down through, and then you just thread it with the extra parts here, and you thread it up on the top. It's pretty common sense, So, but you know what? A plumber will charge you probably $100 to do this. $75 to $100. So if you can do it yourself, it's a great thing. All right, let's see how it looks when it's done. Okay, guys, so I got it done, and you can barely even tell that I put a new part in here, but I did. One thing you might want to know, one thing you will notice is actually, for some reason, the water line is a little bit different on this. I don't know if this is a water conservation thing. One thing you can do, although I don't think it'll go anymore, there's a little knob here, and you can actually grip it, and that'll make the water level go down on the floater or go up, depending on which way you twist it. And that actually brings this up. This is as high as it'll go. So this may just be more of a water conserving fill container or fill thing. But yeah, so there you go. We have the new part in, and like I said, it's not too hard. And I wanted to correct myself on the bottom here. It's not a bolt. It's a plastic screw. So you don't want to unbolt the top of the toilet. There's a plastic screw down there, and you know, this is a really simple job you can do yourself. And I encourage you to watch other videos on this as well, so that you don't just get it from me. And like I said, I'm one of those people that talks you through things. I hold the camera up and talk about it. I don't actually do the work like on camera like a lot of the plumber guys do. So, but this will give you the idea of what's wrong if you find this through a search. And you know, like I said, if your toilet's also leaking, don't forget about that flapper. So let's flush it, and there it goes. And now it's refilling real fast. Real fast. So we're talking like 10 seconds. I thought it was 30 seconds. Boom, at 5 seconds. So anyway, yeah, and before it was taking like a minute to 2 to 3 minutes, and it was just annoying hearing that hissing sound and the water. So if your toilet is not refilling fast enough, or it's leaking, and like I said, a leak is going to be that flapper right there you buy. It might be your fill mechanism. Yeah. So replace this, and it's real simple. You don't need to pay a plumber to do it. Let's also tell you a little bit about the parts here. So if you're wondering why this is clamped on here like this, okay, this tube goes down into the toilet. So when you flush here, I love flushing toilet. So if I take this out and it squirts like that, the toilet is not going to refill. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? It'll refill the tank for a flush, but it's not going to add more water. Isn't that interesting? So when I put it back in here, you see the water's low. When I flush, it'll fill back up. A little bit about the toilet parts there, like I said. So if you guys are doing your toilet yourself, this is the fill tube right here. These come in all sorts of sizes and shapes. You just clamp this on here like this, so the water will go through into the tube, and yeah, so it'll refill your toilet. And like I said, sometimes if your toilet isn't flushing, or if it's flushing too quick, not getting everything down, it can be that flapper is not staying long. See how quick that goes down? I don't know if that's for the low flush or what, but I like it to flush a little more. If I had dye in this toilet, it probably wouldn't get all the way out. So you can also adjust your handle here on the inside. But the chain that's on here, depending how loose or tight that is, can also affect how long it takes for it to flush. So if you're flushing and it's just not, well, see the chain fell off there. But if you're flushing and the flap goes down right away, and anything that's in the toilet isn't quite going down, that's because the chain is too loose or too tight. You have to tighten them up. All right, guys. Well, this is Drew. Thanks for watching, and you know, you guys are my subscribers that are watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll have some good stuff for you guys in the future. We're going to do a giveaway real soon. Thanks for watching, guys.